So, wow, I've just drawn for Capricorn with the Witch's Tarot over here in the Celtic Cross, and just before that, a few other cards came through. So, what we're looking at is actually, sorry, Capricorn, but there's more work to do in integrating past failure and the way that we feel about ourselves. And I feel this very deeply as well. Currently, as I'm looking forward into this opportunity of love and in a different way than I've ever experienced it before, I'm also integrating and calibrating the lessons and the learning from past failures. And as Cappies, we have the highest possible standards that we set for ourselves and for everybody else, actually. And so often we find it really hard to forgive ourselves and remember that, there's no such thing as failure. It's always an opportunity for further learning. It's a learning opportunity, and it gives us an experience so that we can sharpen our focus. So it's an encouragement to us all to be able to reflect on past experience and just hold it as that, and really love ourselves in that, love ourselves through that, and be able to accept ourselves and go, I fucked up and it's okay. I was a lesser version of myself at that time, and I'm actually going to give myself permission to feel and to acknowledge that at all times not everything is the highest standard that we wanted or expected of ourselves or other people, and we too are human, and we can fall into shadow and fall into a reactive experience. And I know myself, I find it very difficult to not judge myself on my own behavior, and my recriminations for myself are much harsher than anybody else would ever project onto me. It's actually, I am the worst enemy of my own self. We are like that as Capricorn. So definitely shows up, to start to just look at the remnants of anything that comes through now. And as we go into this beautiful, new, stunning year full of prosperity, growth, love, success, and happiness for Capricorn, that we actually remember that everything is perfect, that we always make the perfect choice for ourselves. Remember the ethos in supporting your sacred journey. We cannot make a mistake. We cannot make a mistake, because what we have done is have an experience that we needed for our soul's growth. And if it wasn't the case, then we never would have made that choice. So accepting everything, judging nothing, radical self-love and acceptance. Self-love comes through. And it's not just, this kind of shabby, I'm just going to take better care of myself and make some good choices. How? No. The thing is, radical self-love at all times, even when you're showing up as a really average C-word. Please remember, it's the love for self, it's the commitment to the growth of the soul, it's the passion for continuous renewal, change, and movement forward that makes us who we are. So one of the things that Capricorn is amazing at doing is being able to capitalize and keep moving, keep growing, keep learning, even if we are by ourselves, even if we are constantly alone, even if we are at the top of the game and it's lonely. It's like we have that ability naturally to push forward. What sometimes we are a little bit less abundant in is that self-love at all times, because we are still judging ourselves, we are critical of ourselves, and it's so hard for us to actually just receive all of that with lightness and laugh at it. That's one of the most important things we can do. Laugh at yourself. Everyone else is. So from here we have the love card, which says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And that's a beautiful reminder. Everything is love. Love is everything. Love is all there is. This is all an experience. It's all a game. Treat it lightly and laugh a lot. Because when we laugh and we're able to, then we create this beautiful soft energy that transmutes, and it actually shifts. It's not just a coping mechanism or a strategy. And sometimes people say that to me, the way that I laugh at things is, it's like the way I deal with trauma, and it's a coping mechanism. And I also laugh at that, because Sure, most likely, but also it gives me a way of processing that is profound, and people will say success is the best revenge. Hell no, laughter is the best revenge. Keep it light, keep it moving. So in the Witch's Tarot, we definitely drew this as the current position. So it's a reminder to acknowledge yourself with the divine feminine aspects and to stay in that energy of surrender. Capricorn, it's not always a time for planning and plotting and being on that whole analysis side of things. There's an opportunity as well for greater rest, more yin time, more restoration, more restoring. So it's definitely a reminder for us to open into the feminine and allow that divine feminine to rise in us and to be able to connect to it in the world around us as well. For me, that does always mean going to earth, going to ground, having earth time, and allowing extra yin time for healing and reflection, and to be able to really nurture the creativity and the sensuality of the divine feminine. Also, the divine feminine, works with forgiveness. It's being able to forgive ourselves. And a lot of the time, as I've said, we are harsh on ourselves, we're harsh on other people, but we forgive ourselves a lot less easily even than other people. So looking at the past energy, we have the Earth card for grounding. So it's about, noticing and realizing that we have been doing some really good laying of foundations. So grounding, and whatever we have been doing is in preparation for the coming time. So what we have in the under the feet position is invocation ritual. So it's like we have learned mastery in the way of ritualizing and using the power and the magic as part of what we have, as part of our offering, but as part of what we use. We ritualize so that we're able to actually make sense of the things that we're doing and the things that we're going through. So this is beautiful to know that we've actually achieved mastery in this area and that we're able to walk forward, because the near future card shows up for homeland foundation. And I know for myself, I am here at home where I was born and where I've spent most of my life on this whenua here in Aotearoa. So it is very much like coming home, and after having laid foundations for self and for the growth forward, it's like this is beautiful too. It's like I come back with that and I'm able to be more solid in the way that I am living my life with intention and unapologetically, unashamedly. So the highest potential position shows up for magic. So the highest potential in this situation is that we actually rise into that magic and that manifestation. I don't know about you, Capricorn, but what I'm noticing for myself is that there's very, very quick manifestation cycles happening. It's not even necessary for me to say something. I just will think about something, not even meditating on it. Sometimes there's not even a lot of intentionality. It's just what's in my mind, and it will happen very, very quickly. So remembering that you are magic, to keep your focus on what is positive, to keep speaking and thinking about what it is that you want, that you desire, not the things from the past, not the things that we don't want to happen, not the lesser outcomes. We have to keep our minds on love and not fear. So it shows up for the home environment position for containment. So there's, the cauldron, the pot we have here, remembering that we're in this moment in our home environments where we are cooking something and we are keeping that quite secret. So just a reminder to be attentive to your home environment and make sure that the things you're putting in the pot are the spells that you want, creating with magic, creating with love, creating with forgiveness for self and others, creating with grace. Further down in the hopes and dreams, I'm going to skip past the other card here for a reason. Hopes and dreams show up for rebirth, which is amazing. It's like your greatest desire is that we have a new start and a new beginning. I absolutely feel like that coming into 2025. There is a whole new cycle ahead for us, for Capricorn, and for the collective, for humanity, in fact. And this is how we do, this is how we spread the energy. You know, we're all connected. We cannot help but be. So as we love and nurture ourselves into our new cycles, this affects the collective, and we all start our healing new cycles of growth and rebirth. Final outcome card is alchemy. So it's saying, you know, with all this magic that's shown up in this deck here, it's like we have the ultimate opportunity to turn one thing into another. So take that by the horns, Capricorn, get into it, love yourself, love everyone else. Take care, be kind to yourself, make sure that you have some reflection time, some grounding time, and stay with it. Stay focused, stay the course. Much love and light to you. Peace out, Shanti.